So today's Monday, which is the third week of August. So it's the third reading vlog I'm gonna start today. At this point, I've only not even halfway done with editing the first one, but you know, we're making progress. Today, I don't think I'm going to read anything. I think I'm mainly just going to continue editing. Quoi? Olivia, listen. Olivia. Super. Olivia. Allez. Oppa. So yeah, I think I'm just going to continue editing today. I haven't continued Twin Crowns yet. I don't think I will today. I think I'm going to continue it tomorrow. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to film much today because it's already 4 p.m. Oh my god. Yeah, she's doing her thing. Hi. So it's 1:30 a.m. right now. So it's already Wednesday. Goodbye. I didn't film yesterday. I was planning on, you know, updating because I did continue Twin Crowns. Probably about a quarter way through, but I didn't end up updating and it's now already Wednesday, so I guess I didn't film yesterday. I also didn't film Monday because I spent the day editing. I finished editing the first reading vlog yesterday and I posted it yesterday as well, so now I'm gonna get started on the second one and then obviously also the third one I'm currently filming. But I'm a quarter of the way through, about a quarter of the way through, and I'm really enjoying it. I mean, Twin Crowns was one of my favorite books of last year, and it still is. It definitely still cracks me up. Like, the only 3 tabs that are in here right now are because... Yes, the only 3 tabs that are in here are funny tabs because this book just cracks me up, and at the same time I want to tab it, but I know that I don't have enough tabs left, so I'm trying to save up, and so I'm just going to tab the things I really want to annotate and tab, and otherwise I'll just leave it be for the next time I reread it, because I definitely will reread this because it's just so much fun. It's a great book and I highly recommend it, and I can't wait to read the sequel because I remember how it ends and I remember hating the fact that I had to wait for the sequel. That's also why I wanted to reread the first book in the first place, so that I can remember everything. But who the fuck knows when I'm gonna read the sequel, because I mean, I did reread Night House at the beginning of the year with the thought that I was going to immediately read Hellbent right after. Yeah, it's August and I still haven't read Hellbent, so who knows when I'm going to read Cursed Crowns. So I guess that's the update for now. I did start sprints on Discord earlier, and at first I didn't read, I just continued rewatching Doctor Who. Cried a lot because David Tennant, and at the same time I started drawing, so I drew 3 different things. First of all, there's this one. I had a creative moment yesterday, okay? It happens randomly, like once in a blue moon, and then I do 1 or 2 drawings and then it looks like shit. You're going to see what I mean. This one, it looks fine. Not my proudest moment, but it looks fine. Then I did this, kind of like Halloween already, because I'm a fucking Grinch and Halloween is all year round for me. And then you got this garbage. Yeah, that creative bone that just walked in once in a while, yeah, that bitch left the body again for whoever the fuck knows how long. Say hi. I cried and I'm blurry. So yeah, I cried, I drew, and I'm reading. I didn't read a lot, obviously, because one, I ended up switching between reading, going on TikTok, and continue watching Doctor Who for the last couple of hours. And then the last 2 sprints I did just go on TikTok because it was just open on my phone. But yeah, I am continuing it, and I'm on chapter 12, so I'm making progress. It is also a book that is pretty fast paced, and especially with the audiobook, like it just fine. Like last time I only listened to the audiobook for this, but I read this in 2 days with the audiobook. So yeah, the thing is, because this time I do want to annotate it as much as I can, so I can't just listen to the audiobook and then do something else. So I literally just sit down and read it this time, which is why it takes me a lot longer, but we're getting there because she's cute, she's really nice, and I love this book. Can you hear her purring? Because she's very loud. What the fuck is that face? What is that face? She's smacking me in the head with her tail. So anyway. Hi, I don't know if I updated today yet or not. It's Wednesday. It is currently almost 8 p.m. I continue reading Twin Crowns earlier because we did a couple of sprints and we're gonna continue sprints later. So I'm almost halfway there. I finished editing my second reading vlog. I started editing it today and I finished it in one day. Who is she? But yes. So I don't think there's gonna be much of anything else. I was supposed to drop off packages I sold on my Etsy shop today, but I only remembered right when they were closing, so I guess I'm gonna do that tomorrow. But yeah, tonight we have monthly catch-up live stream with Belle, and I think later or tomorrow we have sprints with her. I think it's tomorrow that we have sprints. Oh wait, no, they are 7 p.m. Central Time. That is 2 a.m. Is it? It is. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes, it is 2 a.m. for me. 7 p.m. plus 7 hours is 2 a.m. Right? I'm gonna say yes. So, I mean, I accidentally drank a Monster earlier. Well, an hour ago. Not the whole can, but just like 3 big gulps. So I guess I got some energy in me, and I guess I could just stay up a bit later to do some more sprints. Because I definitely want to try to finish Twin Crowns this week, just because I've seen a couple of people already finishing all of their prompts, and so yeah, I want to finish this one as fast as possible, just so that I'm ready. I'm ready for what's next, because there is something coming. Miss Ma'am keeps on, you know, saying be patient. Something's coming, but you have to be patient. And I'm scared. So yes, that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, that's the plans for tonight. Catch up sprints, first sprints on Discord, and then we're probably gonna keep going until the sprints with Mel. I also decided this morning that my display, which I showed in the last reading vlog, that I was gonna use canvases to, you know, but I don't remember if I put it in or not, but I used canvases to make my display. But the thing is, I left it up the way that I would display just to see how it would hold, and it fell apart. It fell apart due to the weight of everything that was on there. So my DIY Artist Alley display failed. So I guess I'm going to buy those cubes that everybody else uses. I wanted to do something different, something a little more special, just to stand out. There's something in my eyeball. I swear, if it's pink eye again, where the fuck did I get it? It's an eyelash that's sticking together in my eyeball. I think I got it. I definitely don't got it. It might also be cat hair, but anyway. So yeah, I decided this morning that I will be buying this place. So yeah, that's the plan. I have a little over a month left to prepare, which, you know, I need to prepare 2 months in advance, you know, to have everything ready, so that if there is a minor inconvenience, I can still fix it. Yeah, I wish I started these canvases way early on, so I could figure out that they were not gonna work and I could buy those fucking cubes earlier on, but I didn't, so that's on me. So yeah, and at first I thought the event was gonna be 2 days, because that was what was written on my, you know, on the form that I had to fill in. But then I sent an email asking what's up, and they were like, oh no, that was a mistake on the form, it is 3 days. So yeah, that thing has to hold for 3 days, for hours. So yeah, I am definitely going to buy those cubes. So yeah, that's fun. Tomorrow I think I'm also going to be making product shots for the stickers that I made, that I showed in the last reading vlog. I didn't think I was going to put them up before the reading vlog, but I think I am, just because I feel like I should just add them to my shop, and then we'll see if I want to make more. I definitely think that for the event, I am going to only take the ones I'm sure are gonna like sell. So the ones that aren't bestsellers or anything, I'm not gonna take either not as many of, or just not at all. Especially with the prints, I feel like my stickers sell the best So I think the prints, I'm only gonna take the smaller prints of my bestsellers, which are mainly the ones from Ninth House and Once Upon a Broken Heart. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Same thing with the stickers. It's always the Once Upon a Broken Hearts ones and the Ninth House ones, and occasionally the ones from Stalking Jack the Ripper, which is surprising. I'm excited. I'm still going to take all of my other stickers with me and still display them, just because, I mean, they deserve some love as well, but I definitely won't take as many of those with me as the other ones. I hope it goes well. I know it's not gonna go perfectly because it's my first artist alley and there's no way it's gonna go perfectly, but I'm hoping it goes well, because the anxiety I went through to prepare for this thing. First of all, the whole thing of setting it up and then also filling out the form and all of that, and then things go wrong and then I misunderstand things, and then oh my god. So I hope it was not all for nothing, and I hope I at least make double of what I paid for, because it was not cheap. I'm suffering. So yeah, I'll give an update if there is another update, but yeah. I don't think I'm gonna do as much as I did last week when it comes to like reading and all that stuff. I did draw a lot yesterday in my sketchbook, but yeah, I also redid one of the drawings digitally. I didn't like it as much. I tend to like, when I do draw in my sketchbook once in a while, I tend to like the drawings in my sketchbook itself way more than the ones that then eventually redo but digitally. I don't know why. It's just the texture of the pencil on the paper that just feels different, you know what I mean? Hi, so I don't think I filmed this today. It's Friday. I did get to here 15 crowns. I'm almost done. I only have like a quarter left. I think I'm gonna try and finish this today. I speed ran this as well. No one's surprised. The person I'm buddy reading it with, yeah, she's a bit behind. Every time I update during sprints, she's like, I gotta catch up. Yesterday we had a watch party where we watched Red Wire Royal Blue. I had already started it, but I quit halfway through just because I couldn't. I could not. Already 3 years ago, when I still had the book, I tried to read it. I tried to read it multiple times, but I quit like 5 pages in just because I was not vibing with the writing and I was just cringing. I didn't like it 5 pages in. So, and that is rare because usually I would just like push through at least halfway to, you know, give a book a shot, but I was like, nah. I also didn't care that much for it, so I just never read it. And I started watching the movie when it first came out a couple of days ago, or maybe it was last week, I don't remember. And immediately, I could tell that I was not going to like this movie, just because the actors don't have any chemistry and the way they act is quite cringy. I couldn't get through it. And apparently, because we were watching it with people who had read the book, and apparently they cut out a bunch of stuff that had to do with Alex's coming out and like him figuring out his sexuality and all of that, kind of like a Heartstopper situation with Nick. But apparently they cut that out of the movie completely. And then there was also supposed to be a sister that was like a big part of the movie, of the book as well. And so they watched it mainly from the perspective of someone who has read the books, but I watched it as someone who hasn't read the books and just kind of, you know, heard what it was about. And I was very confused most of the time because it was so fast while going so slow at the same time. Does that make sense? Like, we start off with like a set of rivalry that happened like prior to the movie, and you know, I was like, okay, fine. It didn't look believable just because the actors were quite cringe, but anyway. And then not even 30 minutes in, the rivalry is fixed, like, and then it's an attempt at banter. Pardon? So yeah, it was a dumpster fire. And also it didn't help the fact that I was watching that at 2 in the morning. It was 2 hours long, and it was supposed to be 3 hours long. Of what? It was, oh my god, it was cringe as hell. More than once last night I was considering just tapping out because I wasn't enjoying it, and every time I commented it was always something pretty negative, and I was like, and I could see in the comments that there were some people who genuinely liked it, and I was like, I'm ruining it for them. So at some point I tried to stop commenting something because I was commenting absurdities because I was completely delulu, because I was just, it was 2 in the morning, and the night before I went to bed at 5 a.m. because of sprints. Like, she was not okay. And so I had to stop myself because there was this I just had to stop myself. It was even I in my delulu state could realize that was going to be too much. I think the actors were genuinely just casted for their look, and apparently they don't even fit the description of the characters in the book. So yeah, that's certainly something. The only person that saved the movie was Zara. She was carrying this movie on her back, okay? Every time she came up on screen, that was the only time I was paying attention. Yeah, she was definitely the best part of this movie. The rest of it, I really could not care for it. No. So yeah, I also finished a drawing last night. It isn't another Once Upon a Broken Heart one, nobody's surprised. And I posted it on Discord, and someone said I should make it into a phone background, phone wallpaper. So I think I'm gonna do that and then sell those as like digital items so that people can either to be their phone backgrounds, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna try and figure out, and then at the same time I think I'm gonna try and post it today. I've finished 2 drawings, 3 actually, but I haven't had the feeling that I wanted to post them, you know what I mean? Like, I finished them and I'm like, I really like the one from Once Upon a Broken Heart, but I just don't feel like posting it, and I don't know why. It's weird. Usually when I don't want to post the drawings because I do not like it, but this one I actually do, but I still don't like feel like posting it, and it's weird because I haven't posted in a while and I generally want to post it, but I don't want to post it. Does that make sense? It's strange, but yeah. So I think first I'm going to already get started on editing this reading vlog because it is Friday and I don't think I'm gonna record that much anymore, just because I've got nothing going on. This is my last prompt, and then I'm also, I think my next book will be Good Girl Bad Blood, which is a sequel to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder because a friend of mine asked to better read it. So that's the plan. I already ordered it, and I think it's coming on Monday if I remember correctly. So that is for next week's reading vlog, and I have no idea what's next. Like, according to Mel, more is coming, but every time somebody asks like, can you give more details, she's like, patience. My plans for today are try to post this fan art, start editing the video, finish Read Crowns. I literally just woke up and I feel like I want to go back to bed, but the thing is I don't want to go back to bed and then wake up at 2 p.m. again, because I did have to drag myself out of bed yesterday, because I mean I went to sleep at 5 in the morning and I think I woke up at like 12 or 1 p.m. and yeah, I didn't want to do that the same again. I woke up at 11 this time, and I just dragged myself out of bed. I was like, nah, we're not doing this again, because I had a couple of things to do, and I just don't like sleeping late. First of all, because I know I'm gonna end up having a hard time falling asleep the next night, and just my sleeping schedule is gonna be getting worse and worse and worse, where I don't sleep at all at night, and then as soon as the sun comes up, I go to bed and then wake up in the afternoon and rinse and repeat, and I don't like that. But also just the feeling of waking up late and then the day being abnormally short. Like, I wake up and 3 hours later I eat lunch. Nuh-uh. So yeah, I think I'm also just going to try to do some product shots of the stickers I made last week, and then also post and edit those on my Etsy shop. I did send 2 more packages yesterday, 2 more stickers that I sold on from my Etsy shop. And as usual, it's the bestsellers. It was the 9000 one, by far one of my favorites in my store. And then there was also the Archer, the Ballad of the Archer and the Fox, that is themed from the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. I want to draw more stickers, but the thing is, I already have so many, and because of that, I'm scared that my whole display is just going to be stickers. Like that would be goofy. That would be goofy. So yeah, I think I'm first going to figure out the display, and then based on that, we'll see if I still have space to add more stickers or not. The other things for the display itself I still need are like those nail polish racks. It's like those little like mini, it's like something you can take apart, and it's like just different levels of like, and it's just like different levels, and you can, usually it's for like putting nail polishes in correctly and like in an order, but I've seen a ton of people use those for stickers, and so I still need to buy one of those. I need to buy another like jewelry display thing for my keychains and earrings. I need to make more earrings. That is one thing I still need to do, is make more earrings, because I have 3 sets of bookish earrings and I want to make a couple more of other popular books. And then yeah, because those don't sell my Etsy shop, mainly because the shipping. So yeah, I think that is like keychains and earrings. I think those I'm mainly just going to keep for these kinds of events, and if I don't ever do one of these events again, so be it. At this point, the way things are going, I wouldn't be upset if I don't like the event, or it doesn't bring as much money in as I was planning on. Then I'm just planning on not doing it again, because it better be worth the amount of stress and sleep I've lost over this thing. It's insane. I also think mainly why I spend so much time this month reading, and just spending my nights reading, and then just once in a while picking back up the work on the display, because I thought I had enough time, is because in a way I didn't want to deal with it because I was so nervous. I was so scared. And so yeah, I just didn't want to deal with it, and yeah, it's certainly something. Hi, I don't remember if I filmed this yesterday. I can never remember if I filmed the day before. But today's Saturday. I finished Twin Crowns last night. Well, this morning. But yes, so it's finished. I finished all my prompts. I'm completely done. And we're only a bit further than halfway through a month. But Good Girl Bad Blood arrived. I ordered it 2 days ago, and it arrived this morning. I ordered it. I originally wasn't planning on buying it so soon, just because I'm on a book buying ban. But a friend of mine on Discord wanted to buddy read the sequel, and so I was down, and so I bought it. And yes, so I think I'm going to start Good Girl Bad Blood today, depending on if she can start as well. If not, then I might just get started with Immortal Longings, which is the book club pick of this month, which would also be able to read with the same person I was buddy reading Twin Crowns with, but because I thought she would read it so fast, because she reads lightning fast, okay? And so I was like, okay, let me just speed it so that I can keep up with her. And I ended up finishing it way before she was done with it. It's something. So now we're also going to buddy read Immortal Longings together, because she wants to reread Immortal Longings. And then with my other friend, we're going to read a Good Girl Bad Blood. I'm exhausted. I have not slept correctly in a while. So yeah, we were supposed to do live sprints with Mel at like 2 a.m. here, but I was planning on joining and maybe not read, maybe start Immortal Longings then, but then I was like, I actually feel exhausted, so let me just go to sleep instead. And I did, and I'm glad I did, because let me tell you, I don't know what is happening in my head anymore. I feel like I've spent this month so far, I spent more time reading than actually sleeping. which is a problem. So yeah, now I'm just quickly going to the store to buy some drinks and snacks because I don't have any snacks left and I want to buy some snacks, and then we'll see. I think I'm gonna sprint by myself and either start Good Girl Bad Blood or Immortal Longings. I'm gonna ask how we're gonna start these, because I don't know if they're on their last prompt. I know that the person I read Twin Crowns with, she is on her last prompt, like she's finishing it, but I don't know if Steph, the one I'm going to read Good Girl Bad Blood with, is on her last prompt, because I don't want to interfere with their like prompt reading. So yeah, I'll ask when she wants to read this, and then by that I'll see which one I'm gonna start first. I'm probably gonna switch in between both of these, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish this one first because I know this one's way more up my alley than what Immortal Longings is, which I have no idea what it's actually about, but it's Chloe Gong, so I'm going to read it nonetheless. I'm sweating. It didn't seem like it was gonna be that good weather today, but I just walked outside wearing this and fucking long ass jeans and I am drenched. How warm is it right now outside? 27 fucking degrees, and it's gonna keep going. So yeah, I just went and got some drinks and some snacks because I didn't have any snacks left. And yeah, now I'm going to ask like which when, why, how we're going to do the better reads, because I know that Kenzie, the one I was supposed to read Twin Crowns with, she's still reading Twin Crowns. I think she's almost done. I think she was almost halfway there, if I remember correctly. And then with Steph, I have no idea if she's almost done with her book or not, or what's going on. So I'm just quickly going to ask. But now I'm just going to wait for the answer. We are going to do sprints in like at 4:30. It's 16:16. Am I supposed to say that out loud? I have no fucking clue. My friend always just like shows me whenever it's like the exact number, because apparently that brings good luck. I don't know if you're supposed to say it out loud or if you just like have to notice it and whatever the fuck you're supposed to do at that point. I'm pretty sure since Kenzie is still reading Twin Crowns, I'm pretty sure I'm first gonna start Good Girl Bad Blood with Steph, and then yeah, I think I am exhausted. Jesus Christ. The thing is, I love buddy reads, but the thing is that every single buddy read that I've done up to this point with my friend, it never goes the way that we plan, because we were planning on, at one point, we were planning on buddy reading How the King of Elfheim Learned to Hate Stories, and I hadn't even started it, and the next day, she texted me saying like, I'm so sorry. I read it in one go. I couldn't put it down. I couldn't wait any longer to start it. And so yeah, we didn't actually end up buddy reading that one. Our very first buddy read was supposed to be The Song of Achilles, but we both DNF'd it because we weren't feeling the writing. We just weren't that interested into it. So our first full official buddy read was fucking Den of Vipers. If you know the book, if you read the book, I'm so sorry. And I've been wanting to ask her if on the exact date that we first read it, we should do a reread. It's kind of like an anniversary thing, because she gobbled that up and I was traumatized because I was never a Wattpad girly. That's something you need to know. I never read smut on Wattpad. Is it the asexual in me? I have no idea. I have only finished 2 books on Wattpad that weren't like really smut. Hello. One of them was kind of smutty. It was kind of like a period like book situation. It was pretty good from what I remember. I actually want to reread it. And then the other one was called, I think it was called My Fake Boyfriend. It was fake dating, so it was already there. But those 2 were the only 2 books on Wattpad that officially finished, and it was never fan fiction. I never got into fan fiction. The only fan fiction I've started, and it looks like it never ends, it's a Powerpuff Girls fanfiction. It's pretty good. Like, compared to what I've seen of the live action that they were planning on making, I feel like they would best take it from that fan fiction, because that was actually good. I didn't fully finish it. I keep putting it off because the writing isn't that great. It's kind of cheesy, and it's, you know, very early 2000s feel in a bad way, but overall the plot and the story is pretty fun. Like it feels like it could be a continuation of those characters essentially, if you put it in like novel format. But yeah, so essentially going back to why I started talking in the first place, I think at this point I will take on anybody who wants to buddy read anything with me, just because every buddy read that I've done either was a book that was awful or a book that absolutely traumatized me. The only other two books that I remember buddy reading with my friend was Carmilla, the lesbian vampire book. That was a classic, and like we read that pretty quickly, but like it was it was our first classic, and we were lost all the time. We barely knew what the fuck was going on, but we were there for the lesbians, okay? Then the second book we buddy read, I think it was the same night, because I think we did a 24-hour readathon. Those are two of us, but we didn't actually end up reading the 24 hours because I fell asleep, because at that point I was that much of an insomniac. I was actually pretty exhausted, and I stayed exhausted, but that was then. This is now. And so yeah, those are the two only books that I remember actually enjoying from a buddy read. But then there was the only other book that we actually buddy read like simultaneously. It's fucking Den of Vipers, and you have to understand, we bought that book physically. Like I own it on my shelves. I can fucking prove it. Tell me why this is so heavy. Also, I did all of these. Those are all of the smut scenes, and then the pink tab on top over here. That is the only thing that I genuinely enjoyed of this book. It was the main character being a badass. I look at this book and I can still feel the trauma. You know, and you want to hear the funny part is that the only reason why I picked this up in the first place, like I was the one to suggest this book to her. I was the one to suggest we read this together, okay? Was because it was on one of Mel's live shows back during the pandemic, and someone had mentioned this book, and Mel just said out loud, or it was someone else, because she was live streaming it with two other people, and I think one of them said out loud, I just read about someone having a gun being used as a dildo, and for some reason that made my brain go, okay, I should read this, because what the fuck is going on? Mind you, at that point I had never read Mafia, like smut, and I have not since then read anything like that, and quite frankly I don't miss it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just babbling because I realized that this week I barely filmed anything. I feel like every week I've been filming less and less and less. But yeah, Google Bad Blood. I love how I say this traumatized me, yet I can read the most fucking gorish, horrific writing you have ever seen, and I'm completely fine. Yeah, this is the asexual in me. Okay, so the arrow is hi. It is currently almost 2 a.m. and I've been hosting Sprints since this afternoon, but I tried to I tried to stay awake because I thought I'd host like Among Us night on Discord, but the thing is that I try to host them at a time that is like 7 p.m. in like Central Time, so that more people can join, because if I do it at my time, no one ever joins because there's barely anybody in my time zone. So 7 p.m. Central is 2 a.m. No, 7 p.m. Central. Is that what I said? I don't know if I remember, but 7 p.m. Central is 2 a.m. for me, and someone just ordered something from my Etsy shop. I tried to stay awake today, but I just could not. I'm dying. So since I finished Twin Crowns Night, I started Bunny. Well, I didn't start it, I continued it because I soft DNF'd it last October, I think. I think it was October or September or something. It was almost a year ago since I DNF'd this, and I just decided to pick it up again because I genuinely want to read this book, just because I heard that it's unhinged. Like, it's insane. I am only 118 pages in. Someone's head fucking exploded. And I swear, if I took a shot for every time the word masturbating appeared, I would be dying. What is going on? And then I asked on Discord for the people who have read this book if we ever get an answer to what is happening, what is causing whatever the fuck is happening. And they're just like, well, not really. You're just you know, it's just an acid trip the whole way. I don't really get an answer, so great. I want to say I'm having fun, but I'm not having fun, but I'm having fun. Does that make sense? But yeah, anyway, I think I DNF'd it at chapter 9. Yeah, so that was at page 78, and I got to 118. So I got a little further into it. I genuinely want to read this book because this type of insanity is right up my alley. So I genuinely want to read this, and just, she scared the shit out of me. She's laying on my coffee table. I think you can kind of see her. No, you can't see her. And she just like scratched her back paw with her nails on the surface, and it scared the living hell out of me. But anyway, this is insane. I'm enjoying it, but at the same time, I feel like it's rewiring my brain to just be even more fucking delulu than I already am. So if you think that from what you've seen of me, it's already bad, I don't even want to know what I'll look like after I finish this book, because Jesus fucking Christ. Kenzie finished Twin Crowns. She ordered a sequel. I'm a great influence. And so yeah, I didn't start Immortal Longings tonight, but next time I'm reading, I will be starting it. And yes, but I think I'll be switching between Immortal Longings, Good Girl Bad Blood, and Bunny. Bunny is the only one where I don't have an audiobook for, so this one I will be fully reading on my own. So I think I put it down for that, because at the same time, this writing style is very slow and it's very weird. Like, a bunch of stuff is happening, and then at some point nothing is happening, and it's just like weird shambles thrown at you. And so yeah, I think this book I'm going to read it slowly, just to take it all in, because what the fuck. So yeah, it's 2 in the morning. I'm having a midnight snack. I'm drinking soup, and so yeah, I'll finish drinking my soup and then I'm going to bed, because I don't feel my brain cells anymore, and that's kind of concerning. Hi, so it's a very long time later. I filmed an outro for this video, but while editing right now, I realized that I had left my window open and you can hear every sound from the street, and it's very loud and very messy. So I just decided to film another outro right now that is a lot cleaner and doesn't have all of those very loud noises, because it was just impossible to hear anything. So yes, thank you guys for watching this video. The last reading vlog will be up probably the same week, just because I want to upload them both during August. And yes, all of the other YouTube stuff I'm supposed to say, I will leave the link to Steph's YouTube channel also down below, because she also has a YouTube channel. I will leave a link to Kenzie's new Etsy shop that opens on September 1st, and I will leave a link to Mel's Patreon and also her YouTube channel. And I see you guys in the next video. Bye.